is Nomiza Khalida, and I'm going to tell you guys a bit more about Harimau Malaya, or in English we call it as a Malayan tiger. So, Malayan tiger is a small size subspecies of tiger that can be widely found in the peninsula of Malaysia and some part of in Thailand. They are also beautiful and graceful, a true gift from Mother Nature. Their gorgeous orange eyes and a big round paws and shimmering fur are just amazing. Apart from being the greatest creation of nature, they are also pride of Malaysia, as they are even featured in the coat of arms of Malaysia. The Malaysia football national team are called Harimau Malaya. The Malaysian National Bank Maybank features Malayan tigers as their logo. The once a pride of the nation is now facing a major threat. Back in the 50s in Malaysia, it was estimated that there were as many as 3,000 Malayan tigers in the wild. Now, the Malayan tigers population has declined to an official estimation of 250 until 340, which is the lowest it has been in the last 100 years. Ancient Chinese culture believed that the tigers have medicinal qualities because of the tiger's strength and mythical power. Hence, every part of the tigers is used to cure disease. For example, their teeth are believed to be bites of help to treat chronic ailments and cure high fever. Even their whiskers are used to cure toothache. Tiger bones are even believed to contain high medicinal properties and are popular of the black market. Some even consume tiger meat as they think it would cure disease and replenish the body essential energy. However, there is no scientific evidence to prove this claim. Animal poaching and illegal trading are the other two reasons why tigers are endangered in Malaysia and across the globe. This happens simply because of the greediness and some of the ignorance of others. Malayan tigers are poached due to the high demand for products made from tiger part. A key aspect of tiger product demand is that the wealth of the buyer, which tends to drive the demand rather than the poverty of the sellers and traders. According to the Wildlife Trade Monitoring Networks or Traffic, Malayan tigers products are used for a wide variety of purposes, and it is also seen as a status symbol across many parts of Asia. Another key factor to decline in Malayan tigers population of deforestation. Malaysia is the home to one of the biggest and richest rainforests in the world, which is the Borneo forest. However, which is the height of globalization and industrialization, most of the precious forests in Malaysia are chopped down to build houses and malls and so on. According to the Global Forest Map, Malaysia has the world's largest deforestation rate. Last year alone, 47,278 square kilometers, which are equivalent to 18,244 square miles, and area larger than Denmark, was chopped down. This directly affects wildlife as the forest is the home, so loss of habitat and lack of the food contributes to the lack of tigers. Malaysia rainforest.
How much did you know about marine turtle? There are 4 species of marine turtle, which are leatherback, green turtle, hawksail, and olive ridley are found in Malaysia. Current statistics indicate that the leatherback and olive ridley turtle are on the verge of extinction in Malaysia, while other species, excluding the green turtle of the Sabah Turtle Island. Marine turtles are reptiles and very well suited to life in the ocean. Sea turtles are large, air-breathing reptiles that inhabit tropical and subtropical seas throughout the world. They migrate long distances to feed and mate, often crossing an ocean. Marine turtles come in many different sizes, shapes, and colors. The olive ridley is usually less than 100 pounds, while the leatherback typically range from 650 to 1,300 pounds. Female must come ashore to lay their eggs in the sand. Therefore, all marine turtle begins their life as tiny hatchling on land. Let's go to talk about each marine turtle species feeds on a specific diet. For the first, loggerhead feed mainly on hard shell organisms such as lobster. The loggerheads have powerful jaws allow it to crush the hard shells. They also feed on crab, clams, and also mussel. Further, green turtles are vegetarian and prefer sea grasses, seaweeds, and however, green turtle hatching and omnivorous, eating jellyfish, snail, crab, and shrimp. Leatherback feed mostly on jellyfish. Moreover, hawksbill has a bird-like beak that is used to cut through soft coral and sea sponge. Last but not least, olive ridley are omnivorous, mostly eating jellyfish, snail, crabs, and shrimp, but they will occasionally eat seaweeds as well. Let's move to another question. Why marine turtle gradually extinct? Population decline is attributed to a long history of exploitation, commercial hunting and harvesting of marine turtle in neighboring countries, fishing mortality, loss of nesting habitats, marine population, negative impacts of tourism, and the lack of national strategy on marine turtle conservation. Marine turtle conservation efforts in Malaysia are not lacking, but need to be upgraded and coordinated. Marine turtles are also dying as they sometimes consume floating plastic bags, mistaking them for jellyfish. The increase in plastic debris in the ocean has posed major concern for sea creatures. It is estimated that over 1 million marine animals, including mammals, fish, sharks, turtles, are killed each year due to plastic debris according to Sea Turtle Conservancy, the world's oldest sea turtle research and conservation group. Plastic particles or microplastic can be found everywhere, but mostly in sediments. If sea turtles feed on these particles, they can become sick or even starve to death. Juara Turtle Project, which is JTP, a turtle conservation project run by the Fisheries Department of Malaysia, which is FDM, found a juvenile green turtle in 2017. With its stomach content mainly composed of string and fishing line pieces, foam pieces, and microplastics. Detrimental fishing methods using gear such as throws, long lines, and ray net are also harmful to turtles, as they tend to get caught in them. In September 2019, a turtle was found tangled in a large ghost nest on a Malaysian beach. Ghost nets are fishing nets that have been abandoned and discarded in the ocean.
Hi, my name is Niwumi. Now I will explain about the effect of animal extinction to environment and human life. The animal extinction can be shown when happen reduction of the variety of animal. By the environment, it will lose biodiversity. Biodiversity is a very type of living species and ecosystem in the earth, including plants, animals, bacteria, and fungi. In this world, different types of animals play different roles, so we will lose their importance. In this case, it will endangering the food chain. Food chain is a linear network link in a food web that provide energy sources starting from producer organisms, and the second one is primary consumer, and the third one is secondary consumer, and the last one is tertiary consumer. For example, in the marine world, their producer organisms is plankton. There is one kind of plankton named phytoplankton. They are critical to the health of ocean and planet because they consume carbon dioxide and produce oxygen during photosynthesis. In 2010, the phytoplankton has decreased 40% globally because of the sea surface temperature is rising. In the Mediterranean Sea, the biomass of sardine declined by 1/3 in 10 years. It is because they lost their food. The sardine, usually eaten by tapon as secondary consumer, and the tapon eaten by the shark as tertiary consumer. So it will endangering the food chain in the ocean world. The another case is risk of pollination. There are 75% of the world food crop are partly or completely pollinated by insects and other animals. In the tropical rainforest, all flowering plants are pollinated by animals. So, the loss of pollinator could result in a decrease in seed and fruit production. It will lead to the extinction of many important plants. For example, over the last 20 years, Bonnet butterfly is a type of butterfly which pollinate many wildflowers have decreased 90%. And the rusty patcher bumblebee is another important pollinator and became the first endangered bee species. And it will make the amount of plant reduces. Those plants usually became the food for mostly insects such as caterpillars. As insect population are reduced, the small animals like fish and birds that rely on them for food are being affected, so their amount will decrease. Secondly, animal extinction also threatens human life. Let us just imagine what kind of a world without other animals. How boring this life can be without seeing animals in our life. So, it will destroy livelihood. It's because the continued loss of species could cost the global economy. By the way, the number of industries have been economically impacted by species loss. For example, the reduction of bee population has destroyed many global honey industries, and the livelihood of fishermen also destroyed due to extinction of marine life. And the tourism economy also affected because the wildlife will attract to foreign tourists visit to a country. For our future generation, they are so pity because they were not able to see the endangered species if they become extinct. They only can learn those animals from the book. In the other way, the student will get know those animals during geography class in the school, or visit to the zoo and some conservation area, or even visit to the museum to know the protected animal. So, as we can see, animal extinction bring many effects to this world. Now, I will pass to Hakimi to explain the ways to reduce this situation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Hakimi bin Muhammad Safi, and I'm gonna talk about the methods that we can use to keep an endangered animal. The first method is we use the recycled product and buy sustainable product. If we buy the recycled product and buy sustainable products such as bamboo and forest stewardship conserved products, it will help to protect the forest species. We can also reduce the purchase of goods that made from wood from rainforest. And besides, minimize your use of palm oil can be helped because forests where the tiger live are being cut down for the palm plantation. The second thing is we avoid from purchase product made from endangered species. Some products are made from species that nearly extinction. So we avoid supporting the market that sells products sourced from endangered species such as clothing made from tiger's fur and souvenir from turtle shell. By not supporting it, the supplier will not produce it anymore because in economics, if the consumer not request some kind of product, the supplier will reduce their production for the product, and for the long period, product will be stopped. The third one is legalization and enforcement. Government be the main role in this case. They should enforce the law by taking appropriate action against poachers who shoot and trap the endangered animal. The public also need to make reports to the authorities if they see any illegal activities such as illegal logging, so that the authorities can take some action soon and it will save the wildlife habitats. Last but not least is public education and awareness program. The community must be given awareness for this situation. They are needed to be knowledge about an endangered animal. For example, how many of these endangered animals left, and what's the effect to the ecosystem if there extinction. There are several programs that have been implemented to educate the public, especially the new generation. Because new generation will be the protect endangered animal from extinction in the future. The media also being the main role about giving awareness to the community by displaying various information that related to biodiversity. That's all for me. Thank you.